Greetings, friends and fellow rebels. Welcome to the woods. The other day, I was talking about leaders and followers, strategic allies, how they support each other, how while we elevate leaders and tend to denigrate followers, really, they're both part of a symbiotic whole. They're both necessary, they're both important. And I talked about the role of the leader versus the role of the follower. The follower empowers the leader. The follower gives the leader the energy, the support, the literal physical support, as well as the energetic vitality, the spiritual support to actualize their vision, whether their vision is about maintaining something that already is, creating something that has never existed before, or tearing something down that no longer serves a useful purpose. However that works, however the leader is operating, the follower is supporting that. Most often the follower is somebody who doesn't have the vision, doesn't care, or doesn't want the responsibility, doesn't want to have to hold the responsibility of holding people together, joining people together, choosing the roles that they're going to play, and holding them together. Because that's what a leader has to do. And one important quality of the leader is charisma. They have to be able to connect with, to connect with on an energy level those that they want to follow them. That's what charisma is. Charisma, that special it quality, that's the ability to reach out to someone else or a group of people to touch them, touch their energy with your essence, connect with their energy, and then manipulate that energy. Usually with a charismatic person, you're bringing energy down from source, you're connecting with others, and you're imbuing them with that energy. So when they're around you, they feel better. Now, the other side of the chessboard has a version of this, but it's not the same as ours. Now, they also have charismatic leaders. But in their case, rather than simply connecting with their supporters, they hook them. They hook their supporters and they come in with energy. They empower themselves with those they have managed to hook through the desire of those people to be loved, to be liked, to be approved of by this person. They manipulate others into wanting something from them: money, position, approval, love, whatever it is, sex. They hook that person. And then they create a circuit. They put a little bit of energy in, makes the person feel really good. And then they draw a lot of energy out and they create a circuit. Now, with charisma, either side of the chessboard, you're cycling the energy. The difference is, on our side of the chessboard, a good leader, everybody walks away with more. You cycle the energy so that the energy comes up and increases. And everybody who walks away with more energy. But on the other side of the chessboard, the energy cycles. Oh, it feels so good when it's cycling. And then the leader, the initiator, the one who arranged this situation, they walk away with the energy. Usually they leave before the other party or parties, people, are ready for them to go. They leave them wanting. The energy cycles and then they walk off with it. The person who leaves the party early. The first person to leave walks off with all the energy. Unless the host or hostess make sure that doesn't happen. You might notice that the most vampiric tend to do that. Now, if you're not doing that, when you leave a party, it won't break up. It'll keep going. The energy will keep circulating. The people will continue to have the energy to circulate. They will continue to enjoy because the energy is still there. It didn't just get siphoned off. There's still something to share. There's still goodwill and energy and life to share. But when you have a vampire arrive late to the party, surveil it, link into the people, pull the energy off, and then they're going to leave with all of that. Thank you. Thank you for providing such wonderful energy for me. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. And we're so ignorant of how spiritual principles work, we don't even notice this is what's happened. All we know is that it was a good party, but it ended a little early. It was a good party. We all got home on time. We didn't stay late. It ended when so-and-so left. There are different ways that these skills can be practiced. It's the same skill set. It's different methods. You can use a scalpel to cure someone, and you can use a sharp knife to kill someone. And what's the difference? It's how you use it. So the other side of the chessboard, the leadership is a little bit different. Now on our side, it's power width. So everyone is seen as equally important, but one person is in charge of holding things together, connecting everybody, keeping them connected, and getting them moving in the same direction and working with each other. And on the other side of the chessboard, you have what's called a hierarchy, top down. The decisions are made up here, and they don't want your advice. If you're directly below them, they might ask for your advice and get it, but they ask for it. You don't volunteer. It's not power width. You're not working together. You're working for the person on top. They get to decide what happens. And the lower you are in that pyramid structure, the more peers you're going to have, the more people that are going to be on your level. The lower you are, the more and more people, but the less and less authority you're going to have. You're going to be responsible for making the vision at the top work, but you're not going to have the authority in how it's done, in the way that it's done, or much of anything. The lower you are, the less authority you have. You follow orders. That's what they want from you, to follow orders, not to work together as a seamless whole, but to follow orders. It's a triangle, not a circle. Not a circle. How do we do a circle here? I have to be careful with that, because in some countries this has a meaning that we don't want to we don't want to offend anybody. So, triangle, not circle. Circle, 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 circle. They lead through fear. Our side of the chessboard leads through love. Love is when you connect with someone. Gratitude, you empower them. Connect with them, love, gratitude, you empower. Leadership. That side of the circle, not so much. That side of the circle, you lead through fear. You will do what I say, or you will suffer. You will lose your position. You'll be thrown out on the street. You'll starve. Fear. They hook you. They hook you through desire. I want what they have. I want to be famous. I want to be their scion. I want to learn from them. Whatever they use to hook you. They make a complicated system. They make the system complicated. They're secret about the working of the system. So you can't figure it out. So you don't know how to do it. You don't know how they do it. You don't know how it works. You don't know how the company works. You don't know how the corporation works. You don't know how the government structure, you don't know how the money works, you don't know how it works. It's all very confusing. They made it very confusing. So you can't figure it out. And that keeps you on the bottom of the pyramid. That keeps you compliant. Knowledge is power. You don't get to find out what all of this is about. Shh, quiet. Shh, no transparency. Shh, secrets. And they hook you. You desire what they have. You desire to have a career in what you love to do. So they hook you, they drag you in. Now they've got you. And they keep you through fear. Fear and intimidation. And the desire to have comfort and security and be able to, and freedom. They've set the system up. They set the system up that in order to have comfort or freedom, security, you do what they say. Fear, intimidation. They control you. And fear, if it's not quick, just a moment to hold things in place while you figure out what you need to do. When you open up a source and figure out what you need to do. If you misuse fear, if it's a long term, if it's beyond a minute or 30 seconds, if it becomes a habitual emotion, if it's constant, if you're not using it to plot your course or to reorient yourself, to hold things in place to reorient yourself, it will imprison you. And if they manage to cut you off from source by, I don't know, instituting a religion that tells you that you can't have a personal relationship with the divine force, that you have to go through their minions, through the priests and the ministers and the pastors and the whoever, who might be good guys helping to show you how to get in touch with that yourself, or they might be their minions telling you, you're a wretch, you're useless. We'll tell you what the spiritual, we'll tell you what that means. We'll tell you how to use your spirituality. You give your energy to me. We'll do it for you. We represent God. They cut you off from source that way, and they freeze you up in fear. They put you in prison, and they can control you. And so you have the master and the slave. Strategic partnerships, but on the low side, on the downside. It's not about empowering each other. The power goes one way, up the pyramid, because you don't know what's going on. You're not a professional. You don't know anything about whatever it is. Spirituality. You don't know anything about the monetary process. You don't know about athletics. You can't tell anybody how to see whatever it is. You don't know anything about directing a movie. Whatever it is. If they convince you that you can't do something, or you can't know something, or you don't have a right to something, or you're not good enough, your own spiritual energy, if you accept that, will make it true. So, rebels do have an important place in our world right now to break us out of the matrix and to reset things so we could have what we really want. A world full of love, beauty, community, companionship, where we work synergistically to make everything better. And welcome to the woods.